Oh my god, I was setting this stuff up, and this pole was like drooping really bad, and I was like, there's no way that we worked with this way. Is this going to fall apart on us? I had this clamped on it, which weighs easily 4 times as much as the microphone. I was like, oh. Took it off, it almost launched it back over. It's a cool story. Welcome to the Preacher Podcast, brought to you by the Baltic and Trentendo. My name's Trent, this is Nate.
I'm Nate, how's it going? Welcome to Preacher Podcast, brought to you by Trentendo. I'm Nate, this is Trent.
Not brought to you by Baltic and Trentendo.
Baltic Effect and Trentendo.
The next time you try and usurp my intro, Melon Farmer, I will eat your whole head for breakfast. Don't, yes and repeat, yes and.
It's just, I haven't gotten my pepper in me yet.
Oh, hey, there we go. I mean, 23 flavors of diet goodness. We're going to be reviewing episode 1 and 2 because they put them out at the same time.
Yeah, they did. Yes, they did. Season 4, episode 1, Masada. Season 4, episode 2, Last Supper.
Last Supper, yeah. What's Masada? What does that mean?
It's the town where they are.
Okay.
Or the city, or the place. It's the location.
I thought they were just in the Middle East.
Yeah, it's in the middle. Well, they did kind of just say Middle East.
I know.
But it's in, like, the Holy Land.
Yeah, I guess we should.
And I forgot, because I did look up and give facts about Masada last season.
Oh, okay.
On one of the podcasts. I don't recall which one.
That was back when we, knew what we were doing.
Yeah.
This has been so long. We had a conversation. I was like, hey, the show's coming back. Are we doing the video? And I had... there's a few people online that had said, hey, we hope you guys come back for the video. And I was like, yeah, I'll see, what's in it for now. Like, you guys can tell if you watch my channel, doesn't happen. I don't really upload videos anymore, which is just, I don't know, just don't feel like uploading videos anymore. So when it came to
don't have to do what you don't want to do.
Yeah, when it came to this, I asked, and you were like, oh, yeah, we got it. Like, there was no amount of hesitance. You were just like, yes, we're doing that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, well, that tells me what we need to do.
Especially since, you do all the work.
Yeah, it's harder for you, sure.
Yeah, I don't even set the stuff up. You set it up and edit.
I know. I tell you what, I'll teach you how to set it up next season.
Okay. Yeah, next season.
Yeah, this is the last season. Let's go out strong and have a good time with it. And I think it's good. I think that they did know it was the last season going into production. I hope that they did.
Yeah.
That bodes well for... Oh, my God, so much cat hair. That bodes well for the rest of the season if they knew going into it was going to be the final one. Because, I just finished Daredevil. I'm the last person to finish Daredevil, I think. And...
Second to last.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I finished Daredevil. Well, so, there's a
We're talking, of course, about the Ben Affleck movie.
Yes, yeah.
There's never been a...
I should have picked... That's the wrong song. I don't know the words of that one. I can see you now for the first time. Man, we should watch that sometime.
Yeah.
That movie sucks. I think I own it. I'm 99% sure I own it.
It's got Jennifer Garner, Alias.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. We get back to it. The end of that show, they didn't know they were coming to an end, but they did wrap things up in case there were a lot of shows do that. Most shows do that. In fact, if you look at Breaking Bad, there's a couple of times before the last season that I think they thought, we're going to do this in case it doesn't come back. There was a thought it was going to come back because, the writer's strike and all that jazz happened around the
You know what I would do if I was a writer for a show is purposefully write it as if we're always going to come back, and then if we don't come back, fuck you. If you don't come back, fuck you. You wanted, the people who, the network, you don't get a satisfying finale.
Future fans of showrunner Nate Muir.
Yeah. You don't get a fucking satisfying finale unless I've agreed to it being a final season.
You can always come back with
fuck
a movie.
yourself, NBC.
Yeah.
I presume they'll pick up my pilot first.
Now, definitely.
Yeah.
With that ringing endorsement.
Especially, I like how the first place I went was one of the ancient fossils of fucking television.
Old media? You went with a basic cable
NBC.
channel? Might as well be Hulu at this point. But anyway, so I'm hoping that they had a little bit of that going into it because, last season was a pretty decent cliffhanger of
Pretty decent cliff.
It was a lot going on.
It was not a literal cliff.
It was so much going on that the first episode, I wonder what the choice was to put 2 out at a time, but I'm glad they did because that first episode, it is so fast to watch.
Yeah.
It goes by I mean, I guess that's the sign of a good. I talk about this a little bit, like when things are like, oh, it took forever to get through. But sometimes it's also when it's cool when you're in a show and you're like, fuck, I hope it's not over, and you check and there's like a whole half of a show left, and you're like, oh, thank God.
Well, like I watched the first one last night, and I was kind of tired last night. And so I was.
You have a couple of irons in the fire right now.
Yeah, so I was watching. I put the first one on, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch this one, then go to bed. And I was like, oh, I'm tired. I don't know if I'm going to make it through this fucking episode. And I watched it by the end of the episode. I was like, next episode. Turn it next. I wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they
full high octane, pedal to the metal.
I always like to say they put their foot down and then pick it back up.
You turn the knob up and you break it off.
That's pretty good. That's a really good one. I like that one.
So
they stretch the rubber band real thin.
So I want to say.
Break
it up. One thing let's do the quiz and then we'll talk about it.
Oh, fuck. We do a quiz at the beginning of the show. If you want to send in quiz questions, where do you send them to, Nate?
Send them to balticeffect@gmail.com.
Send them there,
I'm not going to point to a part on the location.
I don't know if I'm going to put words on the screen.
I'm not going to assume that.
Tune in to find out.
I'm being very considerate. Last season I was doing like right here is where it is, and then you'd always put it like up there.
So much.
Yeah.
No, here's
how
it goes.
I picked up my brand new fresh out of the drawer.
It's like she kept hair and was like, it was amazing. I've never seen that from her. She's sitting over there in the corner. I think she's in shot. She knows.
Look at her not looking at us on purpose.
I know.
Like she's clearly. She knows we're talking about her.
Yeah, so quiz.
All right. Submit them to that email address. Also submit your thoughts on the episode or whatever you feel like, because we'll circle back and read emails at the end of the episode. Just, if you want, put the subject line. Make the subject line appropriate to what you're sending.
I remember what I was going to say. So the reason I kept putting it in different places is we did it, and then you start going. You get a power, and then you abuse it, and then I have to pop a spank.
Speaking of not abusing power, I like how Jesse still likes to use his not powers to fight.
I want to dig into that one again.
Like when all he walks into the bar and he walks into he walked into the classroom and he's like, let's fight or whatever, and he pushes the thing of knives at the class.
Yeah.
Like, because he really wanted, and you saw the smile on his face.
Yeah, he enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And he was looking back at Cass like, yeah.
All right, so.
Yeah, we got to circle back to that for sure. That's it. I'm glad you picked up on that too. I noticed that as well.
Let's see here. Okay, Okay. All right. Question submitted by Shinogle.
Thanks, Shane. He was on the show last season.
Yeah, he was. What stereotypical Irish names does Cassidy give the two guys in the joke he tells Tulip?
I want to say Patrick and Murphy.
Correct.
Yo! And we normally don't ask name questions. But that's fine. That's a name of a different color.
That's a horse. Yeah. What state are the plates from?
Illinois!
That's right.
I noticed that because I was like, that's an interesting choice. Yeah.
What does the banner in the bar say? The banner for like when Cassidy gets freed.
The banner for the bar when Cassidy gets free.
Well, they're
like the marquee at the road.
No. Okay, so like after they like try to bust out Cass the first time, and he's like, I don't want to. I want to do it my own way. Well, pretend that was an Irish accent.
Sure. That's not.
Yeah. So then they get back, and clearly they were anticipating of like coming home party.
I missed it. I didn't see it at all. So what did it say?
Welcome back, you gobshite.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Gobshite spelled GOBSHIGHT.
I'm assuming that means penis poopy.
Probably means something. So, when Cassidy is pretending to be the doctor, where does he say he has to go for a boring conference?
Michigan.
Milwaukee.
Dang it!
Well,
I knew it was the M one. Minnesota would be my third guess.
Sure. Yep. According to the floor indicator on the elevator, how many floors are there at Madras?
Oh, shit. Like 99?
42.
42. Hey, of course Shane would catch that.
Yep. What is God's soft drink of choice?
Gee, I don't know.
Give up?
Yep.
All right. Now, those have been the Shane questions.
Okay. Do you have any questions of your own?
Yes.
Oh, no way. Thank you, Shane.
Thank you, Shane. Classic characters from classic horror not horror novels. Classic now. Okay, fine. What two works of literature does Cassidy... When Cassidy's first, busted up, first brought to... Start over. All right. So,
I don't know what's happening right now. Are you having a stroke? Are you okay?
Opening scene. I'm having a bit of a stroke.
I'm sorry.
Opening
stressing too much for him.
Opening scene. Opening on Cassidy in the little Tower of Sunshine light with the angel.
Yes, he references.
And he's being grabbed. He's being grabbed. And he's being brought for the first time to advanced torture class.
Sure.
He references two literary works.
Well, he mentioned Nurse Ratched.
Yep.
And then the guy calls him out for the reference.
Mm-hmm. And that is from?
See, I don't know. I know
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Okay. Oh, okay. See, I know Nurse Ratched just as a reference. I just don't know where it's from. One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And then the other one, I feel like the second one she told him to not do that anymore. And I don't remember what it was. What was the second one?
Some kind of Frankenstein reference.
Oh,
something
okay.
about Dr. Frankenstein or something.
Dr. Frankenstein's Monster Frankenstein.
Yep.
Check that out on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Grail University.
Yes.
Was established in what year?
Ah, damn. I know where it would have been located.
I'm going to say...
1813.
I'm going to give you the Roman numerals, and you have to tell me what they are.
Oh, fuck. I don't know. Oh, is that what it showed as Roman numerals?
Yeah, it showed Roman numerals. So I'm going to cover up the actual answer. It is
MCM-LXV.
I'm going to say it for the thing.
Sorry.
MCM-LXV.
So M means...
Trillion.
Trill. The last one's 5. The one before that's a 15. It ends in a hot 15.
Yep.
I don't know what MCM or L means.
All right, I'll tell you what it means.
Yeah.
So M means 1,000.
Okay.
So 1. C means 100. Now, when a smaller number is before a larger number, which is 1,000, you subtract this. So
yeah, because I knew about the 15.
So this is 1, this is 9.
Subtract. Okay, yeah.
1, 9, so 19. L is 50. 50 plus 10 is 60. 60 plus 5 is 65.
What a dumb way to put
1965.
1965?
Yep. Grail University established 1965.
That's a really young university.
Yeah, it really is.
That's interesting. All right, well, cool.
Yeah. I mean,
that's a good question.
The Grail's been around for a long time, but the university wasn't...
They were like, we should really turn this into a university.
Yeah.
Make a lot of money that way.
They've been up until that point, they're just scattershot, torturing dudes.
Thought you were... No, everyone, to the wind was all of their sources. We need to focalize this. That's a great question. I thought you were going to ask me what's the coffee shop, and I can't remember,
Lazarus Coffee.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You would think that it would say on the thing it'll bring you back from the dead.
Yeah, it's that whole, yeah, we got it. It's the Bible.
Yeah.
But, any more?
Yes.
Oh.
Fuck. I got to come up with questions for these. Okay.
So that's a no.
Yeah, I'm more.
So you just have answers?
Yeah,
I'm also trying to not.
Yeah. Oh no. So the way I come up with quiz questions is I come up with the answers first. All right.
As evident from 2 questions ago. Continue, counselor.
When in ye olden times, when after the dinosaur eats a piece of shit and God's like, oh, okay, that's it.
Which is so great.
What?
So we're in episode 2 now.
Yes, episode 2. What early internet meme was referenced by God?
Oh no! I should get this. What? I don't know. What is
Double rainbow?
Oh, I didn't know that was a.
There's a whole thing. It was a video. It was a viral video that went around.
Oh, somebody's being like a.
Someone was amazed, double.
That sounds
It's a double rainbow. What does it mean?
And the internet just loved it.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. There's so many. It's so hard to stay up on all the memes with all these kids.
Yeah.
I just learned how to Fortnite dance last week. I'm not going to show you, though, because it's not cool anymore.
Hair stars eating what looks like scallops. What are they?
Well, see, here's an interesting thing about that. I don't know if they're actually the foreskins or if it's like a squid or an octopus.
I think they're foreskins. I think he's eating
I think he was eating an octopus.
No.
Because when you cook them up, they look like that. And he was thinking, oh, yeah, foreskins. That's what I got. But it's
and that's how I got that idea.
One or the other.
I thought he was just eating foreskins because he's gross.
It could be.
That's just a thing I want to bring up later. Beatles song. I Am the Walrus is the answer to that one.
I forgot that happened.
Who was I reminded of?
That's like one of my favorite parts too when we get to the second episode.
When God, at the end of the second episode, when God has these braids, who was I reminded of?
Willie Nelson.
Yep.
Everyone was, because they clearly were doing Willie Nelson. Yeah. You kind of look Willie Nelson.
They're not long enough and thick enough.
They're kind of Willie Nelson-y though. When I saw it, I thought Willie Nelson.
Today's the first time I braided them this way.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's very Willie Nelson, man. You're going to have to switch out.
It took me like a little bit.
Get like the ugliest guitar strap you can find, an old beat up guitar, and start telling one-liners.
Yeah.
This man walked out of a building and he runs into another guy carrying a grandfather clock and busts the clock all to shit and back. And the guy's like, "Hey man, why don't you watch where you're walking?" Another guy says, "Why don't you wear a wristwatch like everybody else?" I heard Willie Nelson told that in a movie. Thank you for the quiz. Thank you for participating. Don't forget to send balticeffect@gmail.com if you want to ask questions and see me get most of them wrong.
And the winner of the quiz is Trent.
All right. The only way I can win every time is kick everyone off the show.
Yep. All right.
I don't know if I got beat or not when I have to go back and watch. If I got beat or not when Shane was here.
Well, Shane.
It was his own questions too.
Shane is surprisingly bad at the quiz. Like, for being a guy who knows so much.
Shots fired.
No, I know he's going to watch this. But, like, lately...
Eat it, shit. No. Well, I think too, not everyone goes into watching an episode of your show thinking, I'm going to quiz on this. So, it's not like... You know, we've been doing this for a while. I swear to God, I'm going to dip into the old nostalgia pool for a second, but
the water's fine.
As we go, further into things, we're coming up on like 10 years of you and I podcasting together. And I was thinking about, when you start, because I listened when you came on the scene. Like a sex machine. I was listening to the shows that you were on, and then when we, eventually got to podcast together, but I remember the episode that I don't remember if it was Blues Brothers or what it was. But you guys were talking about a movie, and you go, "Okay, it's the Nate York podcast podcast." It wasn't as polished at that point, but they were both like, "What?" Like you, no notice had a quiz, and it's now become a staple of every fucking podcast that I'm a part of. Which is amazing.
I love quizzes.
I was thinking back to it, and they were just like, okay. They were both like slowly coming on. Never were they like, I don't know about this. You should have run this up on.
Yeah. Why didn't you check with us before?
Yeah, and it would just turn into such a great thing, and here we are. So I'm getting nostalgic and weepy in my old age. Masada, first episode.
Yep.
Really good. We talked about how fast it moves, how quick it was. A lot of stuff going on. We got him dead in Australia.
That's going to happen. I think that's going to be the end of the season.
And then, he's already flying there. I mean, I guess he could get in a plane again. He's kind of got his own plane or his own pilot at this point.
Well, because it's 2 months later.
Right. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, there'll be that time gap. But then they scroll it back, and also ahead in time. Here's my question:
Cass gets a haircut and a blonde.
That's what I was going to ask you.
And an earring.
He gets a train spotting. So when he.
Does that heal if he takes the earring out immediately? It probably heals.
I don't know.
Because he's got the healing element.
I don't know. I didn't ask him. Where do you think they were in that hotel room?
What?
Where do you think they were in that hotel room?
Masada.
You think they're still in Masada? There? I specifically think they're at Jesus de Casa.
I did notice.
Casa de Jesus.
I did notice that
Jesus de Sade.
The one thing I did notice was there's a lot of natural light in that hotel room. Because that was the first thing I noticed was like, there's a lot of light shining in there. Wait.
Yeah.
But it was Yeah.
That gets that they play fast and loose with
They
that
really
with
do.
him.
They're like, if it's indirect, it's okay.
Yeah, and like, was he really going to go outside one of those times? Because I guess the thing that we should probably
Get yourself an umbrella.
The overall thing of the episode was trying to get Cassidy out, and we get to a point where Cassidy was about to leave, and Jesse turns around and he's like, "Come on, you coming?" And he's like, "No, I got this." As the door is closing. And Jesse even says, "Oh, do you want my coat for like the sun?" And he's like, "No." And then
And as we know, it's been established, Cassidy does not turn down free thrift store clothes.
yeah, that would have been a free preacher's coat.
That guy loves old shit people have worn before.
It probably had smokes in the pocket.
Yeah.
But he turns that down, and we'll come back to that again. When we get into the second episode. First episode. Was Jesse and Tulip doing a job, which was cool. I like that. I like that a lot. They get a plan. They do things. He uses the voice. And you had mentioned earlier about him not using the voice all the time. Like he goes into, in this episode, the first episode, he goes into the bar. They pull the plug and it makes the whoop noise that I don't know that jukebox make.
It's been established
if
in
that
the show.
happens, that noise happens. If someone breaks a pot, it's that pot breaking noise, which cracks me up anytime I ever hear it. It's just one of those noises.
And Wilhelm is always screaming.
Exactly. So he does that, and then he uses the voice on the people. But they have he doesn't do it right away. Like he stands there, they talk for a second, and then he does it. So he does that. Then he's got the fight later on, the knife fight with the guys. A lot of the people when they're leaving the Holy Grail place.
He could just use it all the time, but he doesn't.
He's not. Yeah, it's very odd.
Like he could have used it. I'm assuming he didn't use it. We don't get to see him use it in that sketchy place, Jesus Desaad place.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing that I know that's a big character from.
I assume he didn't because his
knuckles are all fucked up.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to separate these two episodes when you watch them back to back like that because. Jesse decides that, why have I forgot his name all of a sudden? Who are they going to save? I just said his
Cassidy.
name. They were going to save Cassidy. Thank you. Dr. Pepper's fucking with my brain.
Yeah.
It's God juice. Anyway, so Cassidy's like, I'm good. I don't want to go. And then Jesse gets a vision of this penis rock.
Yeah.
That is exploding mushroom cloud.
Yeah.
And he decides he's got to get there. God's telling to her. Oh, and his dead dad calls him. Like
I was like, there's so many things that look like that thing. I thought it was Devil's Tower at first because I'm from America and that's our penis rock.
I thought it was penis rock.
Oh.
From
your wet ding dong.
He looks just like that, along with all the sand. And the other bumpies. So anyway, he decides to leave.
It's common. Yeah. 1 in 5.
Don't
judge him for the
people.
bumpies.
Yeah, come on. Hashtag don't shame me. Anyway, he decides he's going to leave, which I think he's done before. It's kind of a common thing where he's kind of gone his own way. And he's like, it's like, no, I got to do this, and it really bugs me. And I'm not trying to say like the show's written badly or anything. I think it's written very well. It's just when a hero has someone who's really good at stuff, like kicking ass, like, I don't know, Tulip, and he's just like, don't you think he could say, look, he didn't want to get out of there, and this is what's going on with me right now.
Yeah.
I would understand if you don't want to leave Cassidy, because you're that kind of person.
Yeah.
But man, I could use your help with this whole, not ending the world kind of stuff, and then we could circle back to Cass.
He almost murdered her in his sleep. I don't think he wants to accidentally do that.
That wasn't actual.
That was a dream, but I think that scared him. Like I wouldn't want to be around someone I cared about.
If you'd hurt him in a dream.
Well,
do you think
I'd be really spooked about it because in his dream he had just woken up from a dream.
It was the second level of it.
It was a second. He had. Like, I don't know. I thought, to me, it made sense.
Okay. No.
He should have talked to her about it, but I think she might have not been able to deal with it, and then they would have fought about it, because that's what they do. They fight and they fought.
The thing is, that's what makes this character of Jesse, is that he's so fucking stubborn-headed, and, he gets into a fight, and he might even know that he's wrong. He just keeps on with it, and it's fucking annoying. I'm like, now I'm remembering why we get mad at the person that we root for. So... Anyway, he's gone off on his own, got his own little side quest, And then Tulip goes back for more, back for round 2, which had her doing a job on her own, with help of the guy that ran the bar, which was super cool. That had a whole bit in there where she was like, we need to lower the air-fuel ratio. And I was like, what the fuck are they even doing? And then I got to thinking about it more, because like stoichiometry is not a science that I've studied. I know what it is. I understand that you mix fuel and air for combustibility. I know more air you put into an engine, the better. But then I was like, well, it's all the dust around and the heat. And then I was like, what do you mean lower the ratio? Which one goes lower? What are we talking about here? And I'm like, I don't know what. Sometimes they'll throw in just gobbledygook into like tech stuff, car stuff, gun stuff, and they'll just say things, and people are like, oh, okay. Because not everybody knows about it. But they said that, and I sat there wondering, what did she mean by that? Is it something? Am I that stupid? Is it wrong?
Maybe there's yeah. I mean, it could be that there's always it's always air over fuel or fuel over air. Like it could be that.
Either way, we found out was for her to climb a just too steep incline.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was like a rock crawl.
Smart.
It was just steep enough. It was awesome. That was a great.
Yeah, it's fucking smart.
It's so subtle.
Yeah.
And it was really, really, really good. The whole scene, I thought if we had watched the episode together, though, Nate and I watched the series The Boys together, and there was a song that played, and I started singing the song at the beginning of it before the words had started. And Nate thought I was just making up shit, and then it said the words that I had just said. I was like, no, I know the song. I could have done that with the song when they were driving. It's a little bit is better than nada. A little bit is better than nada. Sometimes you want the whole
Anyway. Water. If you don't want to sing this song, you water.
If you want to hear the rest of that song, pick it up on the soundtrack for the motion picture Tin Cup. Good for the people that wrote that song. It finally got away from, they were like, yeah, we made this song and it's on Tin Cup. And people were like, what's that? Now they're like, oh, it's that show Preacher. And then a couple years ago, what's that? It's a good song.
If you like pina coladas, that's what I choose to.
It's that one.
Yep.
Yeah. But, yeah, we're kind of jumping all over the place. What do you...
Escape, parentheses, the pina colada song.
Sure. Bob O'Reilly.
Yep.
Teenage Wasteland.
All right, what are we talking about? Oh, the show. Okay.
Yeah.
Australia, Middle East.
Australia?
I thought of you when they're driving in the Middle East.
Why, Nate?
No reason.
Why did you think about me?
No reason.
Nate, why did you think about me when they were driving in the Middle East?
Well, I'm only if you want to share it.
Nate, why
is it okay for me to
you
share?
already said that. You tipped open the door. Why did you think about me when they were driving in the Middle East?
Trent's done that in the car before.
When I was much, much younger and more pliable.
All right.
I worked at a factory. I picked up heavy things. I ran.
Let's
get to the next thing. So not
torture. I'll share something about myself.
You've been tortured.
I was circumcised at the age of 11.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very late.
And it hurts.
You heard it first, folks.
I think the worst part was
they don't numb you up.
Oh no. They do. I was under for the procedure.
Oh, but the healing.
What I'm saying is, I think Cassidy escaped that part because it was 2 weeks of, and I was a kid who liked to run. That's no running.
It's a lot of
changing your
bandages. I'm coming.
A lot of changing your bandages.
Hang on.
Every time you have to
be there in a minute.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep my pants in front of me.
It was.
Yo, I would go kilt. I wouldn't wear pants. I'd go kilt.
Doesn't matter, it still
kilt,
hurts.
And I'd construct some kind of apparatus that like pushed the fabric out, so there was a terrarium for the penis.
Right, but it's wrapped up in a it's wrapped up. It's wrapped up.
I know,
a big bandage.
But still, I don't want anything.
Yeah.
I want I want to get one of those ozone killers that would kill me if he did that. But I want nothing. Like if it's gonna have the bandage, okay. But I don't want to add layers to that.
But I just wanted to say that, like, I thought about that, and I thought about that when he was getting circumcised thousands of times.
Right. Yeah,
Tulip climbs up a cliff in heels.
Yeah, she kicks ass.
Yeah. Welcome back, you gobshite. Oh, Dr. Pepper. Whenever... And God's like one of my greatest creations, yada yada. That's all my notes for that.
Is that a thing in any of the other seasons, him drinking Diet Dr. Pepper?
No.
I wonder why. Do you think it's because it's the best of all the diet drinks? I know you're a Diet Mountain Dew fan.
I think it's because it's funny, and I'll tell you why.
It's pretty funny.
The funniest soda. Okay, so I
Diet Squirt.
I thought that's true. That's true. Okay, I was thinking about why it was so funny to me. I was dissecting it today during today.
Uh-huh.
While I was thinking about it at work, and as you know, Trent, the best way to appreciate something comedically is to analyze the shit out of it, and then you'll
It's really funny.
Then it's real. Yeah. But I was like, I thought about funny. Dr. Pepper is funny because it's not a cola. What the fuck is it, right?
It's its own thing.
It's its own thing,
yeah.
And then it's got this whole thing where it's not sold everywhere, and it's very specific. It feels like a very niche thing.
It's its own company outside of Coca-Cola.
And
it's bottled at a lot of Coca-Colas, but some places it's bottled by Buffalo Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's its own.
It's its own thing, and it's fun, and
some people have that. You know how some people eat cilantro and they taste soap.
Mm-hmm.
Some people taste medicine when they drink Dr. Pepper. I could see where they're getting that from.
Just what the doctor ordered.
But
also I was thinking in Forrest Gump, would it have been as funny had Forrest Gump drank 14 Mountain Dews?
No. God, no.
He's like, I drank 14 Dr. Pepper.
7-Ups.
Yeah,
That's
not as funny.
Dr. Pepper's
is the funniest.
Say Dr. Pepper, because you flap your lips
Dr.
a lot when you say it.
Pepper.
So funny.
And then,
It sounds funny.
And then Diet.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, Diet is funny. Diet soda is funny.
Sure.
And then...
okay, so you saw Harold... Oh, guys, that cat is going to go everywhere. You saw Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I would like 14 sliders and however many fries and a Coke. He's like, I would like the exact same thing, but make mine Diet.
I remember
that. Funny.
Yeah, Diet's funny.
This is Lizzie.
This is Thin Lizzie.
Mm-hmm.
She is new to us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can't believe you can pick her up.
So Stella passed.
Yeah. That's the news. That's what you guys missed.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep it positive.
But yeah, there was some time without Kitty, and then now there's time with Kitty, and this Kitty is a brand new Kitty.
Very different Kitty.
It gets into everything.
She
bites the shit out of you for fun.
Yeah. Yeah,
she's an awesome cat. She's real funny. One of the most biggest personality cats I've seen since Stella, for sure.
And then, furthermore, with the time of Dr. Pepper,
yes,
I was thinking to myself, what would be a funnier way to drink it? Out of a plastic bottle?
Or an ice cube.
Or a can poured into a with the one ice cube. Yeah. Oh, I should have set up our ice bucket.
Yeah, I know. I got the ice running. But next time.
Yeah.
There will be a next time. Yeah, Diet Dr. Pepper.
It's a funny choice.
I think it's just one of those things they threw in there for people to be like, what?
And I kind
of like Hellboy
I highly doubt Diet Dr. Pepper was like, hey, preacher.
It might have been in the comics. I don't know.
Could have been, but it's not. They're not like, hey, preacher. You know, you have God going to fetish shops and Jesus is
well, just say he likes Diet Dr. Pepper. We'll pay you.
Yeah.
Grease the old pump.
Yeah.
Maybe they did though.
Yeah.
It's making me burp though. There it went. That burp. Whew, that's what the doctor ordered. But I actually appreciate this more than a shot in a beer, because a shot in a beer gets the salivary glands going, and it's like, ooh, more alcohol's coming, but then when we're done, I have to put all this shit up and edit.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a little caffeine, and I'm gonna that's how I edit. It's just like this.
And Diet Dr. Pepper tastes more like real Dr. Pepper.
That's why I like it out of all the diet drinks. They recently did a Good Mythical Morning where they tested they ranked all the things that they do there.
Yeah.
They ranked all the diet drinks, and I don't think
click down here to like and subscribe Good Mythical Morning.
Not doing that. But the first thing that one of them said was, I like this one because it tastes the closest to the real thing of any other diet drink. And that's the truth.
Yeah.
There are other diet drinks that might be superior for other reasons, but for that reason, it's pretty good. Wow, we've spent a lot more time on diet than I thought we would. That's good.
That's episode 1.
Yeah, I want to circle back to one major thing. I mean, there's a lot of things that I loved in the episode, and I don't want to turn into the Chris Farley show. I was trying to remember how to podcast this morning, and I was like, don't do the Chris Farley show.
I was nervous.
I was a little nervous, too. Why?
I know.
I've been doing this for so long.
I know. I was nervous all day, and I was like, we've done this so many times. Like, it's not a big deal.
We've had the longest break we've had in forever.
Yeah.
You know, they push back everything. They push back this. They push back Better Call Saul.
Yeah. So like, I was like, what do I do? Do I have to come up with ideas? What do I do?
Yeah.
I was like, I've never done that.
And on top of that too, as far as my like creative outlets and stuff like that, I haven't really been writing anything. I haven't been really doing a whole lot. I did a small amount of traveling.
Lots of D&D.
I mean, yeah,
that's writing.
I don't play that enough. If I could be doing that all day long, that's what I just want to do.
He loves D&D. He only started playing it within the past year.
2 years now.
Past 2 years,
which is crazy.
And now he's like Captain D&D.
Yeah, salute me, bitches. But no. I just there's a couple of projects that I might want to do down the road, but I kind of want to do more stuff just like around here, like in my own home, like things that don't necessarily like it's a project, but it's not something I want to like put out on the internet and say, everybody look at me, which is a very odd thing for me to be in a place like that. It's been a long time that I've said, okay, I'm not going to be writing a blog. I'm not going to write videos. I'm not going to do, it's just going to be podcasting when it comes up, and then me doing some other things that I want to do, which is really weird. I'm like, I'm doing this thing, but I'm not putting it out. There's so much stuff now, too, that I'll take a picture of it to put on Instagram, and I just won't put it up there.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to do that. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't feel... I don't know what it is. It's just a change in things, but this, you know, this is like as soon as we got started, it was like stepping into your favorite pair of shoes. You're just like, no, I know what we're doing. We're fine. So it's nice to do it again. It's good to have the break though too.
Yeah.
I bet you especially appreciate it. You should. I want to mention before we get too far away from it, but like you've got an album that's coming out. People should go check.
Oh,
that
sure.
Shit out.
Yeah. You know, can we put a link down in the comments?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I'll put it in the description.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Should tell them while we're talking.
Okay, I'm
people that listen to it on the regular podcast.
I'm a band called The Fancy Pairs, and we have an album coming out, an LP coming out on August 24th.
God, that's close.
And it will be coming out on all streaming services on that day.
So keep your ears out for it. When it's out, we'll get them a link.
It will be available on vinyl.
Yeah.
And first week of September, I might be coming to a city near you.
Yeah, we should mention that too. We'll mention it.
I'll put all the dates on there.
Yeah, get all the dates ready for the next episode, and we'll start the episode with that.
The next episode.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it's, it'll be just in time before you guys are leaving for the tour. So it's perfect timing. It's awesome.
And you can come see the band.
Yeah, man, that's so cool. They might do it, man. That'd be super cool. Get some more peeps out there. But yeah, that's why we were sitting around talking, and I think I was listing off the things that I have for the next 2 months. And I'm booked up. And I don't do any important things. Meaning he's twice as busy as I am.
I don't do important things.
I don't know.
I do fun things that are busy.
You got shows, recording an album. You've got 2 bands that you're in right now. So you started a new job. And
I got these sweet braids.
Also now this. But we were sitting there talking about it and I went, oh man, the podcast is coming back, and we were like, one more thing. No, man, I was trying to. Somebody was texting me today to get together for something. I was like, no, let's do this on this day. And I'm like, I got something on that day. They're like, what is this? I'm like, I got something on that day. They're like, what about this? Like, I know, I feel like I don't do anything, but now my dance card's full, and yours is twice.
Sorry, fellas.
Anyway, let's get back to it. Well,
second episode. Or what did you had any things? Second episode.
I was kind of already talking about the second
Last
episode.
Supper. Circumcision scallops. Frankie Toscani.
Guy.
I love how they got a real New York mob guy to be the torture guy.
Oh, is that somebody that was real and...
No, but I mean in the story. And then Urban Blight.
That's my favorite part of the episode.
Yeah.
The dude playing Cassie, that his whole bit of business with the way he was acting with the dude that's all taped up, and then the way he was he realizes that it's drugs, and he's like, you should feel ashamed of yourself, takes his earbuds and walks out with them, and then the music becomes diegetic, and then they get into the elevator, and he's just and the music's going, and he looks over, and he's just like,
yeah.
and looks at everybody, and everybody starts, and he has this. It's so funny to me.
Yeah.
That scene.
It was really funny watching him to get into a different character.
Nothing happens in that scene. It's
very,
my favorite.
Very good scene.
Oh my god, that happens, and then his bit of business with the dude at the door.
And then like the Urban Blight thing, it like calls to mind like. You know, sometimes like some people think, and it's probably true, it might not be, but like how like CIA introduced drugs,
Oh yeah,
or like different things like that, and so it's in line with that.
Sure,
it's in line with that. Keep specific populations like to disempower.
Right, yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's one of the most effed up things ever.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
And the Holy Grail would totally be people.
Yeah, they would do that. They're fascies. They're fasci, as they say in the UK, I believe. I believe they call
the UK call them fascies.
Well, at least they call the haircut a fasci.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. The Richard Spencer haircut.
I'll look it up. But okay.
I used to have it.
Oh, just like tight sides? I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But what I was going to do, and then literally everybody did it, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So then, blah, 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 his dad's lighter, yada. I don't know why I wrote all this stuff down.
So the dad's lighter, did it ever show what it actually says on that lighter?
It has the logo from that one ranch, right?
It says "fuck communism."
That's right. That's what it says.
I don't know that they're going to get to it this season.
Well, they showed it in the first one.
Well, where it came from.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, gotcha.
John Wayne gave that lighter to his dad.
Okay.
When he was doing, because his dad was in the military and he was serving. I don't know where they would have him serving right now. Oh, that won't line up as well as the comic would, because the comic came out like 20, 30 years ago. It was in the 90s. So it had his dad somewhere where Elvis did like a USO show and showed up and gave everyone in that little platoon or whatever that he did a show for a lighter that said "fuck communism." And so that's like his one last thing he's got from his dad. That's why a lighter's so important.
Okay.
And that's also why John Wayne showed up last season, because throughout the comics, John Wayne kind of follows him. His made-up spirit of John Wayne is like his conscience that talks to him occasionally. So it's kind of a big part of the comics that I guess you don't have a lot of time. You got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So that's a part of the reason why that's so important. I don't think we're going to have time to explore a lot of that.
Yeah, I mean, we do know, they did establish that it was his dad's lighter, and it's the last, that's almost important. That's
fine. You don't need the rest of the stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
But the other stuff's like...
It's fun.
It's flavor.
Yeah.
Flavor text.
A little behind the scenes.
Little gravy for the mashed potatoes.
Just turn the knob up and break it off.
Just turn the knob up and break it off.
Oh my god. Kind of gross too. I'm going to start using it. I'm adding that to the
have you ever heard that on those like radio stations? Like,
turn it. But I could imagine it.
It's classic rock. Turn the knob up and break it off.
Ball sack in the ball sack.
Yeah, time to get the lid out.
All right, now I know what we're going to do after this. Drive Time Radio Talk Show.
Drive Time Radio Talk Show with Trent and Nate.
Taint and the butthole. What else you got?
That's all I had. Oh, Muslim versus Coptic. Coptics are Christians.
That scene was amazing.
That was fun. It did cover the, like, what if you don't speak the language thing.
Yes, so quickly, because even I was like, what happened? I was like, he's losing it again.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought for a second he lost it too.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, that fucking little kid. That's a different. Yeah, the little.
Mister, my dog is dead, and then it kills it. Mister, my dog is dead. Gives him his money
and his wallet. It's the one that says. I thought about like Pulp Fiction with that, because like
bad motherfucker.
He should have been like, no, give me my wallet back. You can keep what's in it.
Oh, that's right. He did want just the wallet. I forgot. I remember the wallet. I remember having that on there, but I don't remember.
He's like, there's about $300 cash in there. That's yours. But give me the wallet.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Because back then, it'd been kind of hard to come across a wallet like that. I'd have been like, you gonna shoot me or give me that wallet back?
Yeah. You had to find that in a store. You can't just. Google.
The boots for the kid was a bridge too far. Like you got to walk. He's wearing white socks. I now harshly judge people that wear white socks only because I'm a convert.
So
you converted me.
I will say this. Though for that
the Americans thing.
He is playing an American.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's funnier.
Yeah, it is funnier.
If he had like banana socks, it wouldn't be funny.
Yeah.
Even though banana socks are funny.
I didn't know this, but like I had a British friend tell me that the white socks are a stereotypical American thing.
Yeah, people don't do that in Europe. I was trying to tell other people that too.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it just makes more sense to not have white socks.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pain in the ass to have white socks.
I wonder why we have white socks. I mean, you could bleach them. That's it. That's the only advantage.
I don't know. You got me.
I mean, it feels cleaner. It doesn't feel cleaner.
Not to
me. It just looks cleaner.
I get dirty. I do stuff. I'm a rambunctious boy.
I like to play.
I like to run out in the street with no shoes on. My mom's like, put on shoes. I'm like, I don't have time. They're playing basketball. They're picking teams. And they're going to pick me. They picked me last, Mom!
And then one time he was out there on time, and they still picked him last and found out it wasn't because of his shoes.
My mom said I didn't have to play basketball anymore. And they're all just mean and jealous.
Yeah, they're jealous.
Oh, God. Anyway. What? Anything else before we hit the emails, man?
No.
These were great. These episodes are good. It's almost harder to talk about them because so many good things happened. It turns into the Chris Farley show. We just sit here and swoon and about what we liked in it. But did we just get one email or do we have
one email?
No, I'm not. Are you reading or am I reading?
I'll read it.
All right, I'm not. I didn't need my phone for anything
because it's big. It's a bigger screen.
It's a more superior delivery process.
Like
plus, this, according to the president, is the devil's phone. Huawei. He's launching a war with Huawei.
What?
It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. We don't have to. We don't normally, so let's not. It's okay. I promise I'm not spying on anyone except for myself with all these microphones and shit. So read on your superior product.
All right. This is from Shinogle. He sent it to the email that we mentioned earlier, but I'll mention it again. The Baltic Effect or Baltic Effect at gmail.com. Shane says, hola. Long time no podcast. Looking forward to watching you guys again, and just in time too, since I have these great bullet points that fell out of the sky and landed in a crater in Australia.
Too soon.
Feels like the end almost is a great quote to start the final season.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Cass is blonde in the flash forward. Huh.
I call it the train spotting.
I might. He's already on drugs, so
and he's Irish. I think they're
living on a prayer halfway.
Scottish and train spotting. I have to double check. I haven't watched it in a little while, but I'm still calling it the train spotting.
Yeah. I might watch a Gale University spin. I might watch a Gale University spinoff. It would be like Hogwarts, but with more torture.
I hate them. That lady annoys me. It bothers me, and there's other things.
Her and Tulip hate each other so much, and it's so funny.
There's so many things I like in the show, and the Grail is not one of them. I'm going to go ahead and say, Shane, if you want to take over my position on a podcast about the Grail U spinoff show, it's all yours, buddy. I'll show you how to press record.
I like how I walked to the fridge in the middle of an email. I even like that you covered for me.
I was almost done talking, and you started stepping away, and I was like, vamp.
I had the last of my delicious beverage.
I'm a good podcaster, bitch. Yeah, I knew you were leaving. I was like, I better keep saying some stuff.
Next bullet point. Nice cut, pun slightly intended. From Cass getting circumcised to Hair Star's head scar. Hair Star's head scar. Hair Star's head scar.
Show's real dirty. Got the head scar. You got the opening credits with Arseface putting his mouth up to a glory hole.
That's going to happen.
Not looking forward to that. Foreshadowing. Continue.
With all the weird things the show does on a regular basis, I'm surprised that the one thing that made me laugh out loud this episode was Grail Lady deploying a surprise wingsuit and gliding away.
So stupid.
So awesome. So fucking cool. Because it wasn't on her. It clearly wasn't on her during that fight.
It's part of the suit.
Oh, it's so... Oh, and also...
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to ride one of those.
Okay.
Things you wouldn't hear or see on any other show. A bucket full of foreskins. And a threat to carve a giant vagina in someone's head.
That was the biggest, no, you are, but what am I?
Yeah. And I think he does cover vagina's head, which is why future, in the opening credits, Jesse has an eye patch.
Oh, is it vagina eye?
I think he gets a vagina eye. And it reminds me of...
Did that make it into the episode when we recorded that? Can I tell that? Are we in a place? Are we in a forest where?
Let me finish the bullet point, and then you can say it.
Yeah. Okay.
So he says, I feel like just typing that put me on a government watch list. Go ahead.
Well, I might be on another list as well, but not with the government. When we were doing a podcast a long time ago on Breaking Bad, we interviewed some people on the show.
Oh, yes.
You know exactly where I'm going now.
Mm-hmm.
We asked, it turns out almost everybody that was interviewed was on the show Walker, Texas Ranger, but we had one actor in particular that, at least I know Bill and I, I'm pretty sure you were too, like enamored with a lot of his other little actings or what have you. One member, Dean Norris, was in Total Recall.
Yeah, Dean Norris was in Total Recall.
Huge prosthetic on the side of his face. And he told us, he was like, he said, I don't really have any Chuck Norris stories. He's like, I've got a Schwarzenegger story though. And we were like, please. Mm-hmm. I would kill someone to hear this. And so he said that Schwarzenegger had a nickname for him on set. And I'm not going to say what it was, and Dean Norris didn't say what it was. But basically, it was vagina eye.
Except it was used to see.
Is the other word, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Manzy. Is that not that just fills me with whimsy that happened.
Yeah, that's fun.
Oh, Boise. So maybe there's a little vagina under that eye patch that's coming up.
It also reminds me of Deadwood.
That's how vulgar it is.
Did you ever watch Deadwood?
Nah.
There's a scene where Wild Bill says to some guy who is missing his eye, he's like, your eye, it look like your eye looks like a cunt, he says.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Keep going.
All right. Next step, bullet point. I like how I just said the word even though we avoided saying it a little bit earlier. But okay, next bullet point. I wish the show wouldn't keep splitting the three up all the time. Please get this damn love triangle settled. I'm so tired of Jesse and Cass bickering over Tulip. Yes.
What's interesting is I do like them all together, but it is a big part of the comics, the split up. So they were going to have to do it at a certain point. I agree, though. I like it better when they're all together. I like teamwork.
Comics more like flaw mix.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's no I in team, but there is an M.
I in meat pie.
There is no I in team, but there is. There is me. It's a new Taylor Swift song featuring dude from Panic at the Disco. I love a stop-motion dinosaur. It reminds me of the old B movies from the 1960s. I also enjoyed that.
Not only that, but I like the treatment they did on the background of God. Like it looked like it would have been up in a church in the 80s. It was perfect.
Yeah,
that was perfect. How that was all handled.
Very artistic show, isn't it?
It's so funny that he killed it because it was eating shit. That's so funny.
That's it.
Don't. Oh, God, that's so funny. Anyway.
And that makes me, I'm going to put a pin in that. He kills them. Oh, okay, so I'll just say, it makes me feel like there's more agency to God, this character God in the show than we had thought. Because here we are, at the very end, it's cutting to him like, it looks like he's orchestrating this whole thing.
Yeah.
Also, what's the monkey wrench for?
To throw into the plan.
The works. Plan.
Works. Yeah, okay.
Alright. Some dinosaurs ate meat, some dinosaurs ate plants, and some dinosaurs ate their own shit.
A poopivore.
I have a question for you.
A caca-ovore.
Here's a question from posited by our very special friend Shane. What's grosser?
He's our special friend.
What's grosser, the bucket of foreskins or Star's new foreskin ear?
Ear.
Especially when he goes, if you notice any, like, smelling.
Oh, it probably smells like a dick.
First of all, it smells like a dick.
Guys, does my ear smell like a penis? Because it smells like a penis from here.
And do you think, like, even if it starts sweating out of your ear, it'll be still penis sweat smelling?
Yes.
Yeah, your ear smells like a taint.
God damn it.
Why even use foreskins? Why not just cut off one of Cass's ears and use that? That's a good question. I think...
That's a great idea, actually.
Do foreskins contain more DNA?
I don't know what that's all about. But he should have put his ear on.
Yeah. Or like,
That's so weird. Why?
don't bother with the ear.
I hate the Holy Grail. Keep going.
Yeah.
I hate them.
I like how they determined that Humpadoo, what they caught, was not the right one because he didn't dance.
That cracked me up a little
Yeah, it was
bit.
very good.
I normally hate the Humperdew stuff. It just doesn't land with me.
Yeah.
But that one kind of got me. I got a little giggle factor on that one.
Okay, I gotta go catch a 16-hour flight to a dick-shaped rock because a dream told me to. Until next week, Shane.
Have fun down under, in Australia. Anyway, I can actually do a better accent for Australia. I just don't want to.
Do it.
I don't want to do it.
The size of a tangerine.
Not Australian. He is British. That is Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. He such a very punctuated, Master Wayne. Yeah. So.
The size of a tangerine.
Yeah. But he's it. I don't want to. We'll talk about it after the show. It's not really important. It's just I was going to nerd out about something. But anyway, well, look, this was awesome. I don't want to rush us off. Is there anything else that you got before we go? But
I don't think I had anything else.
Send us in some emails to talk about some stuff you guys want to talk about. Send us in some questions. balticvape@gmail.com. We said it 100 times. We'll also have some tour dates for him next time. We'll come back next week. I know I've been having to blow silent burps. This is a burpy soda. Oh man! Also, I drink so little soda now. It's like all water. And so give me one, and I'm just like burp city.
Yeah, Trent's been healthy boy.
Trying. Anyway, but. All right, well, until next time, Nate is nice.
Trent is nice. Stella and Lizzie are pretty kitties, and we love you.
We always nail it.
Oh.
How are we so good at that part?
You're the best at the show.
Lizzie, you made it into the outro.
Good job.
I wondered what she was going to do during this.
I knew she would be here. I knew she'd be around our feet and
I was hoping she would make a little more noise. Like, hey, I'm down here, guys.
Yeah.
Guys.